The hottest news in the land.
Naira Marley.
So this case has been and is still everywhere on social media about how officials of the EFCC, that's Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, arrested the Nigerian singer Afeez Fashola, otherwise known as Naira Marley, and 4 others in relation to alleged advance fee scam and related cyber crimes, popularly known as Yahoo. However, a lot of celebrity friends are asking for his release, stating that EFCC should focus on our corrupt government officials and politicians. What are your thoughts on this? You can join the conversation on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your TVC so we can read your tweets. So celebrities notable to it, like Daddy Shoki, was saying that, listen, what did the boy do now? I mean, what do that? They should give him a second chance. They should forgive him. That the politicians that are stealing money are the ones that EFCC should be going after. And someone like, I think, Naira Marley also did a video, I think, yesterday, or a couple of days ago, saying that what is not good is not good. You can't, there's no 2 names for it. We can't be encouraging young people to think it's okay to go into crime as an option. Yes, we know things are bad in Nigeria, but is it appropriate for us, especially as the voices out there, people to see us to be encouraging or trying to get EFCC to make it look as if, oh, there are corrupt politicians around us, and they're the ones we should be focusing our investigations on. So the various celebrities are coming with different angles. What are your views on this? I would like to hear our viewers' views, especially on this issue. Who wants to go first? Yes, go ahead.
First. So I felt bad for him because he's in my industry, music. And I know that music used to be a tool to effect change in the society. So you write songs that people will listen to and then they have hope. But over time, it has spanned into something else. Now people listen to songs and they want to go and kill themselves, or they want to go and do something bad, or they want to go and live fake lives just to be like you that they see out there. They don't know the real you anymore. And you know, because he was a musician, I understand the sentiments around, let him go now, you know, you should go and chase the real people who are killing the country, the headsmen and all of that. I understand that sentiment, but he's an adult. And I believe he should be able to take responsibility for his actions. He knew that he was getting into crime. So let's let the law have its way, so to speak.
But when somebody as important or as influential as Daddy Shoki is saying that, leave this boy alone.
Why?
Yeah. So for me, really, the Naira Marley issue is done. EFCC got him for a crime. That's fine. My problem is how we always respond to things like this in Nigeria. Simi talked about Yahoo. People came for her. How dare you speak up? And now someone who's been called for allegedly committing a crime, and then you have older people, the elderly, coming out and saying, you know, why should you, is his own as bad as the politicians? The thing is that, as we say, stealing, maybe we should stop calling it Yahoo. Maybe we should let you know that it is stealing, and we know that stealing is bad. If that boy were to have defrauded you speaking out for him, would you be able to speak out for him the same way that you're doing now, because it has not affected you personally? We should stand for the truth no matter who it is that it's affected. Somebody's son went on a plane and tried to blow up the plane. He had reported his son before that incident and said, I'm afraid for what my son may do. You think you love the man, you love the son more than the father. The thing is, what is wrong. And that's the only way we can help the next generation.
But okay, so we've understood that your position against what Shoki said. However, we have to also see reason. The fact that there are politicians out there that are stealing us dry. There are people out there that are milking Nigeria and going away with our with our wealth. It doesn't make it right. But what is EFCC doing to ensure we have enough convictions? So when you pick up a young boy, yes, he has committed a crime. Are you picking up these heavyweights also the same way and treating them the same manner? Because there's always some truth.
Two wrongs don't make it right. The fact that some are escaping and the fact that we have a government that is skewed to favor the rich and wealthy does not mean the fact that if they prosecute someone who's done wrong, it should be waved away because somebody's free. Everybody that has done wrong should be prosecuted, whether politician or not. However, we've spoken on this couch countless times about all this, our artists singing songs about the life, you know, singing about drugs, singing about glamorizing drugs and glamorizing internet fraud and crimes. So when they sing about it and we caution them, they make it look like, oh, you people don't understand, this is what the market wants. I am happy that Not that Naira Marley is being dealt with. If he's innocent, and he said he's innocent, he pleaded not guilty. I pray that that entire process be followed judiciously. They shouldn't just make him a scapegoat. But if he's guilty, he should be made to face every law. And it should be made to be, should be penalized for everything he's done wrong. Because we need to let our artists, and they have millions of followers. He has plenty of followers online, the Malians and all of them. But nobody is coming to. He was alone in the court with his mother and his girlfriend, alone in the court. Nobody came to support him. So when artists are
on social media,
you know, the social media friends, all the artists and all his followers are not with him now. So when you are facing crime or facing challenges, you face it alone. Sing your song that you really want to sing. Don't sing what market wants from you.
You said something that I thought was important. When they sing this kind of songs and we're all celebrating them, why don't we begin to, any singer or any artist that begins to sing glorify crime, we need to be able to call them to order, because we shouldn't be all remember that song was everyone was dancing happy and excited.
All his songs have criminal undertone.
No, we will not dance to this song. No, keep this song. I think NBC has tried really hard to ban some songs, these kinds of songs. Let me come to you.
I wanted to go to the NBC because I don't know how hard they have tried. The songs get out there before they now hear the song and ban the song.
And it's still online.
Then people are still online. People, you know, so you can't really measure that space. But I would look at it from the angle of individuals. We are hypocrites. That's the truth. You see people who claim, a lot of us, you see people who claim to be, let me go to gospel now, and then they have a ceremony in their houses, and then they play the gospel music till their leaders go, the pastors go, the imams go, and then you start hearing the bobo tibo in the same house. Do you understand? And tomorrow, you tell somebody else that you're not singing gospel, but will you patronize me if I had sang gospel? If I come to you now to perform in your wedding, would you accept me to perform? So it starts from us. What do we really want as a nation? And this crime thing, over time, we've had musicians, artists, actors using the profession to hide what is really going underneath. London money, drugs, and everything. So let's know what
I don't want to focus so much on the crime. I want us to focus on the response, because this is under investigation. The case is in court, and he was allegedly accused of these things.
And
so
I said he's not guilty.
We don't know how far this the investigation will go. But what we know is the responses people were getting from various celebrities. And I want us to discuss the responses. Is it responsible for people to say, oh, release him regardless? Or is it irresponsible to say, oh, convict him regardless?
You know, Mariah, you said that Daddy Shoki made a point, which is we have politicians who are committing all sorts of crime and nothing is being done. You see, that's a different platform. When someone has been called out for a wrong that he's done, address that. If you're so incensed and so upset that politicians are getting away with crime, come out on a day and speak about that. Nobody stopped Daddy Shoki from talking about politicians that were stealing money. Okay, fantastic. So face that. Don't now make a situation where someone is being allegedly corrected or punished for their wrongdoing to say what he's done is less than what other people have done. See, the politicians, your day will come. That's my own. Your day will come, because Nigerians, what you're doing, a lot of the young ones have said, well, what I'm doing is not as bad as politicians. Now, EFCC is coming for them. So they are going to make sure that they come for you too. So let's just
All right, let me take Adigboy. Adigboy, are you there?
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, please.
Yes. I think I've always complained this same issue you deliberated on this morning. See, music is one of the things that really corrupt our nation the most. Because the content the artists throw out there is what the younger generation listen to. That's what gets glued into their brains and memory, and they used to react to the society. That's the same way they do. If you ask a child of maybe 5 years to tell you or to recite the state and capital for you, they wouldn't do that. But tell them to give you the zanku, they can't. And on Instagram, this same topic, this Naira Marley thing, I thought I was on Instagram a few days back. A particular website posted the news that EFCC arrested someone. I had to respond to that. I was so very sincere with my response. I said EFCC should please try and do more and help us arrest all these people that are making the real hustlers feel like they are not really trying at all. Because they found the hustlers to they've incapacitated the hustlers, the main hustlers. Now they feel like they are cowards or they are lazy people. A lot of them came for me.
Very good point.
Like, what am I saying? I had to respond back with if you check my Instagram page, MCG Boy, at MCG Boy, you see that. I have to respond.
Thank you
back.
very much.
Thank you.
I like what he said, and I'll just quickly ride on it. So I have another point I want to make, being that when we have people like Waje saying that the music industry isn't profitable, it's because the fact is it isn't profitable. The money you see is actually coming from other areas. But my main, what I want to stand for here is that the quality of the lyrics of our song has impact on our psychology as a people. Because music is the best way to get lessons into our head. When you're small, they put the lessons into rhymes so that it sticks to you. When you put songs like Am I Yahoo Boy, I don't know SARS, the latest I know is this one. I didn't know anything about Naira Marley until this controversy, and I went to his YouTube page and I listened to all his songs, every one of them with a criminal connotation, from drugs to internet crime. So he's been promoting this thing. Can we have every artist that is promoting things like this investigated by EFCC? I'm not saying they should be arrested. Investigate every one of them so that we promote a culture that our country does not stand and we don't support this thing.
I remember when they wanted to arrest, was it Senator Melaye? Where it's not easy getting a politician arrested. The same way was done to Naira Marley. You see, what angers people is the speed at which it's easy to arrest, convict, and throw a young Nigerian into jail. When the people who are actually, I know we shouldn't, there are two different crimes. Two wrongs don't make a right, just like what Naira Marley said in her video. But at the same time, why is it not that easy and quick to arrest a politician who allegedly stole billions and millions?
We're not speaking out. We're not
so
speaking out.
We also need to call out EFCC to be seen to be just in their approach in arresting this, because it's on. That's why somebody like Odigie will come out and say, you take it easy now.
You don't do the same to other people.
Yes, for the politicians, there's so much cloud around them. They are the ones that are making the laws. So, and there's nobody who will sit down and make a law that will not favor them. So they protect themselves. They have immunities for certain things. They have the money to run away. So
our system favors the VIP.
Exactly.
We have more security people around the VIP. The regular ones are not protected. Easy. However, the crime and the effect of the crime affects everybody. So when you commit internet fraud, I want to have a genuine business overseas, and they will say you are from Nigeria, you people are always fraudulent. They will not listen to me because people like allegedly Naira Marley have committed crime online. So was he guilty? He was found with 2 cards that did not carry his name. So he should defend himself, and it should be fairly done. It shouldn't be witch-hunted, and it shouldn't be made a scapegoat.
So if indeed he's guilty, it has to be done properly, because it's going to send a strong message to the international that, listen, we are arresting this issue of Yahoo Yell, because it affects our own the perception. People, the way
music industry in the US, they arrest all of them. They arrest and jail a lot of artists. Popular artists go to jail and come back. They go, so it's not a problem going to jail. It's just about doing that. You will come back and reform yourself and sing songs that make sense.
I wanted to say something. See, the reason why when we talk about politics and we ask that young people be interested is for things like this, where you feel injustice. So if you come out and you speak up quickly in other issues that do not affect you immediately, you're able to make changes like this, where a Naira Marley would be arrested alongside a politician. So that means your PVCs, that means voting, that means insisting on the person that is representing you, in Senate. So you have to be involved one way or the other. Don't just sit back and say none of your business.
Bob Johnson says if EFCC didn't investigate Naira Marley, it would have been a slap to them, and their inaction would have greased the minds of Yahoo boys to keep up with the act. Our image is at stake internationally. I am happy it's being investigated. Omogbolahon says Ole is Ole. Adape, I don't know what that means. Is Yahoo Yahoo. What they involve is in pure stealing. Let the case be thoroughly investigated, and if he's found guilty, he should face the music.
Hey, he says, leave small criminals alone. Focus on politicians doing wrong. Good, you are arresting stinking Yahoo boys, but you need to also devote good resources to prosecuting corrupt politicians. Good on Daddy Shoki's comment. Then Daddy Shoki's comment is shameful. That's from Ehi.